Hello, welcome back to Beneficiary LiveNoding. In this episode, I'm gonna do another demo of how you can create a random walk using Sverchok add-on, and we're just gonna do it using nodes. And this is gonna be the simplest of all the random walk method that I have shown you. So you can use script node, you can use all kind of you can use animation nodes to do it, but apparently there is one thing that I almost missed. Apparently you can use this list modifier. So Sverchok apparently have this, and it's called list modifier, and this has a lot of very interesting algorithm, and the one that's called accumulating sum. So this is really what we need to do the accumulation effect. So if you have like a random number, for example, so this, let's say we have like 10 random number, like this guy generated right here. So 10 random number between 0 and 10, have a look at the result. That's the number. If you put the number into accumulating sum, what you're gonna get is the accumulative number. So that's really cool, and that's actually the algorithm is already there since I don't know, many years ago. I didn't know, I totally missed this node so until today, and then it was shown at by one of Sverchok developer. You do that, just use a random vector generator. Let's make like a 10 points. Let's save this real quick. So this is random walk easiest, and this guy will generate 10 different number 10 random numbers, and we can use a viewer draw to look at the points. That's basically what random numbers looks like, and you can make as many points of random numbers as you like. But the point is here is to kind of accumulate the random points. So we have list modifier, and we can accumulate sum. But this guy you see is green color. Green color, it means basically list of numbers. Vector is a 3 number, so we need to separate the number first. Use vector out, separate this into 3 different number. So that's X, that's the Y, and that's the Z. Separate them, accumulate them, and then combine it back. It's really the simplest random walk. But yeah, sometimes using nodes, things become very easy, but you probably don't learn too much unless you actually kind of dig inside the nodes. So yeah, this is one of such examples. So you can create this very easily. This is a random walk, pretty much. You can randomize the seed. You can see the points kind of growing. It's almost very natural, but the algorithm is the same, just like the previous live noding that I've been showing you. And so we can combine this into a line, just the edges. See, it's pretty easy. You can randomize. The cool thing about this, of course, you can definitely turn this into a monad and then vectorize it. But I want to show you one thing. Instead of viewer draw, we can use polyline, of course. This will turn it into curve, and this curve can be smooth as well if we turn on B-spline, and it looks quite beautiful. It's pretty random, but it's quite nice. It looks very natural, and you can randomize the number of points. You can grow this line if you like, and it's almost like a particles traveling randomly. Oh yeah, we can actually do random walk using particles and force, but that's probably for the next live noding. But this is the easiest, okay? So we got this random and everything working for us. There's one more thing we can do, is that we can turn this into a monad real quick. Select all of them except for this guy, the output, and type in monad, create monad from selected nodes. So we have this. So we want to output just the vertices, and the input is going to be the count and the seed. You can also play around with the scale. I'm not going to do that. So this is our random walk nodes. And the cool thing about Sverchok monad is that we can turn on vectorize and we can turn on split. And that will give you something interesting. I'll show you real quick. So plug that in. So we have our curve. We can still randomize it. Let's make it 100 for now, very small one. And then we turn on B-spline so it's smooth. We can use random number. The count, let's say random length of random walk between 150 and 300. Let's make 10 random walk. And we need to randomize just the seed now, because currently we have multiple curves, but they are all the same, using the same seed. We just need to use range integer, and the count is 10. So I will usually do this. We know the number, the total number, so we can pipe that in. So that's become the parameter, and this range integer is going to be a count from 0 and going up. That's going to be the seed. We can randomize the step. Okay, so that's the result. We have multiple curve random walk, and yeah, it looks really cool. And then I'm gonna show you one more trick with cycle render. Okay, we're gonna switch to cycles. We're gonna give this guy material, and we're gonna use random object info and then use a random color ramp to give this object some color. So random. So based on each object, we're gonna give it a random color, and the random color will be taken from this color, from this color ramp. So let's try that real quick. So this is gonna be what color? You can actually use gradient. Maybe I should use gradient. And give this bright color. Okay, that's cool. That's nice color. And this one a bit dull. Increase saturations. Okay, now I think we are ready, and we can have a look at the color. Switch to material. You can see we can see the color in 3D viewport. That's really cool. And back to Sverchok, we can also here we can switch this material to our material, and now you can see the result. 10 different curve, random walk, and you can still control all kind of things like the radius, and you can do a lot more that I didn't show here. You can increase the number of curve to 50, for example, and you're gonna get that really wild result, and that's really pretty amazing. I think that things become very easy thanks to this list modifier, accumulate sum. So this you can think of some nodes is actually like an algorithm being encapsulated into a node. I always think it like that way, because this is only the one of really simple, like just accumulating numbers, right? But you can do so many things that I probably didn't even, I haven't mentioned, you know. I probably have to do some study of algorithm to do that. For like if you're like a Blender artist, you want to do something like this, it's so easy. It becomes so easy because thanks to this frameworks, Sverchok add-on in Blender, you can do the same thing using animation nodes as well. Yeah, it's just slightly different, but once you understand it, and then you learn a little bit of, you're gonna learn a bit of coding and then some algorithm. Probably never know. I mean, until you look at some works by Blender artists, and then the Blender developer also gives so many really cool tools that I think makes this like a very powerful tools for artists, for 3D artists and 2D artists as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this live coding. Hopefully this one is useful for you, and let me know what you think and what you can add. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.